Welcome back, viewers and subscribers. It's your girl, Star Flames, and we're back with another video. In this video, we're gonna talk about Sean Diddy Combs scoring another legal victory against Tony Buzbee. And by the look of things, it seems as though he's about to score quite a few. Let's talk about it. Because one of Buzbee's client that goes by Jane Doe has officially decided that she wants to drop the lawsuit. Now, it is said that she's saying that she doesn't want to disclose her name, and as such, she is withdrawing from the allegations against Sean Diddy Combs. And Buzbee is saying that he understands because these women fear Diddy. But the question is, did Buzbee promise these women anonymity at some point in time? Because as we all know, when you file a lawsuit under a pseudonym at some point in time, the court is going to ask you to reveal your identity for court purposes. It may not be made public, but it's going to be revealed for court procedural purposes. And as such, we have to ask, at what point in time did Buzbee not advise his clients properly? Because anonymity is given in case procedures. However, the anonymity is given when you're assessed by a medical team to say, listen, this individual has an ongoing history, and if this individual identity is being revealed, then it can cause some emotional distress, mental depression, or it can make their mental health worse. Or if there's some strong evidence in the case and they can use that evidence to protect the victim, the evidence is also considered in their protection. For example, with that case against Jeffrey Epstein, where a lot of the people were kept as John Doe or Jane Doe because the evidence was so strong, and as such, many of them are still kept private until this day. So I find it very questionable to know that Buzbee did not advise his clients that going forward, you will have to reveal your identity. The judge said this from last year to Tony Buzbee, so it's kind of surprising to see that Buzbee has been filing lawsuits under pseudonym and maybe promising these people anonymity when it is not guaranteed unless there's a very good cause. Now, according to the court document that was revealed today, Louis J. Lehman, United States District Judge, says on March 6, 2025, the court denied plaintiff's motion to proceed anonymously and ordered her to file a complaint in her own name by March 20, 2025, or the case would be dismissed. And it has her docket number, and it says, as of today, March 31st, 2025, plaintiff has not filed a complaint in her own name, nor has she sought an extension of time to do so, because Buzbee could have seek an extension of time in order for her to think about it, think about the pros and the cons. And also, before she filed the lawsuit, he should have advised her of this. However, evidently, the discussion was not had. And the document is saying, accordingly, the case is dismissed. The clerk of court is respectfully directed to terminate all pending motions and deadlines and close the case. So ordered, dated March 31st, 2025. Now, Buzbee is saying in his defense that, okay, this is something that is not coming as any surprise because these people are scared of Diddy. Now, also, if you guys remember, it was, I believe, a week or so ago that one other individual was denied anonymity as well. So, what is being predicted here is that we're going to see a bulk of these lawsuits with the same results in the coming days. Now, there are two other judges that ruled the same on three other cases. They're saying the details were heinous and they were gruesome. However, there's no evidence on these cases, and the accuser doesn't want to submit their identity, and as such, the case has to be dismissed. Now they're saying, as it continues, thus the only factor favoring anonymity are that plaintiff allegedly was a victim of heinous sexual assault and has kept that assault confidential. But plaintiff cannot be granted anonymity merely because she brings a sexual assault claim, regardless of the severity of her allegations. And it has the court documents details. Now, it says the very gravity of the charges combined with the fact that plaintiff has represented no evidence of specific and concrete harm from disclosure of her identity and the severe prejudice to defendants from keeping that identity confidential undermine her claim to proceed anonymously. The motion to proceed anonymously is denied. Plaintiff shall file a complaint in her own name by March 20th, or this case will be dismissed. And as such, the case has been dismissed as well. So the judge is saying, these are just claims that the accuser is bringing forward, and they cannot go by those claims. They need something else, because oftentimes a lot of these people have a history, and the history of these individuals will tell you more about them. Like if they were in Cabo at the time, one individual had sued Diddy saying Diddy did something to her, and when the identity was known, her family member was the first to say, this is what she does. Well, these allegations are not factual, and this is where she was at that time. Now, Tony Buzbee is saying, as I've said to you guys, he's saying, okay, it is no surprise that these women would drop these lawsuits, and as such, he can't blame her. These are tough cases, and they are many times re-traumatizing for those who pursue. No, Tony Buzbee is just full of shit, and that's all there is to it. He's full of shit consistently. He's just messy. He came out with a huge PR chat, and the internet fell for it. And I told the internet, do not fall for Tony Buzbee's PR chat. However, no one listened. But I believe that everyone is now waking up to see what is going on with Buzbee. But Diddy scores another victory. Make no mistakes. There's something major coming on Diddy. And when this drops, it will not need any accuser to stand by it. The evidence is going to be so overwhelming that I believe it's going to even change his trial date. It is coming. Mark my word. I promise you that. Anywho, I want to hear from you guys. What's your take? While you're at it, thumbs up, share, stay safe. We're going to talk some more in the comment section. Peace.